Hello, and welcome to the Doncast, the podcast that gives you an insight into the world of rugby in the Championship and Doncaster nights, and just in rugby in general. The point of this podcast is to give you an insight into the lives of the players who play in the Championship and show you that they are just like. Hello, and welcome back to the Doncast for episode 6 and the final episode of season 1 of the Doncast. I'm sat here with George Roberts, our club captain Ben Murphy, and Rhys Tait as well. So we'll jump straight into it for Rhys's pleasure. Looking back at the last 5 games, so we had Chinner, Caldy, Coventry, Hartbury and Cornish. All 5 were wins. Gio, we'll start with you. Looking back at Chinner, can you remember that one? Chinner here, 38-14, revenge match.
Briefly.
I
don't really.
You don't really remember that one?
No.
More remember the lead up to the game because we were kind of stressing about, like, we were going pretty hot on the old social media posts and everything, and we were like,
they were giving it back though.
We were like,
they were giving it back.
Well, they started, didn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They put
was it the song?
The hidden message on his arm as well.
Yeah, the little tattoo that said "Lights out and away we go."
That was a crack, man.
That was quite good.
Part of it.
Yours was good. Yeah, it was good.
So basically, it
was your idea, man.
That was unplanned.
No,
unplanned.
Yeah, I think we just had a little
His
technical
idea.
fault with yours.
I think power, maybe the water got him.
Yeah, something like that. And then we played Caldy for the 4th time this season, which is just mental to play them 4 times.
That was away.
That was away, yeah.
Remember that one?
Remember that one. 33-15. Because it was that little chip and chase by Russ in the first 5 minutes.
Did he?
Yeah.
Best thing he's done in the Donny jersey.
He haven't said about it.
He hasn't mentioned it.
No, at all.
It was a good try, but it was the second little dummy that was just so unnecessary.
It looked like he paid the bloke though.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as my pick and go.
No.
Anyway.
He's talking about Rhys's.
Little 2-yard dash.
What pick and go?
I don't know. I just laughed.
You don't remember that?
No.
I scored in that game, mate.
Oh, did
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah.
A non-ball
I
try.
didn't score.
Decent.
You didn't score.
Not for a change.
No. Although I did find it funny at the awards dinner that everybody burst out laughing when they came up to your grubber kick against Bedford.
Yeah. I kicked it and realised I had to chase it, and I'm not great in open space.
You looked athletic though.
And he reckons he threw that offload on purpose as well.
Totally intentional.
It was
Totally
it was the cleanest rip I might have ever seen.
By a 10.
Yeah.
Ripped by the 10.
Oh, well, that was
It was decent though.
We scored.
He got proper try of the season as well.
Yeah.
Mental.
We scored.
It was No,
Largo beat both of these to the ball, mate. So that says about their work rate.
Yeah.
Why have you turned on us now?
Well, it has.
I just praised your kick.
Yeah, good kick. Good kick. No, great post.
We didn't score.
Huh?
It is. Logo scored.
Logo scored.
Yeah.
Came crashing through. Coventry here, 38-24. Probably one of the best team performances you've had all season. Down at half time, and then had an unresponsive second half from Cov. I think it was 24-0 that second half. Murph as captain, I think you got man of the match that game, didn't you?
Did I? I can't remember.
Maybe.
I take it.
No, how proud of you? No, not proud of yourself, but how proud of the boys were you?
Oh yeah, massive. Like, it was earlier on in the season we had like similar situations where we went down, but it was a different feeling at half time. So we separate when we go in. Well, firstly, before we went in, we got in together, calmed everything down. Obviously, it was just close to the interception. We calmed it down and said, look, we're still massively in this game. We haven't thrown a shot yet, so let's not panic, nothing. Russ spoke and, like, take 5 minutes to yourself. Like, when we go in, no one scream and shout. We had a separate meeting as leaders, and we said, look, this is probably the worst half of rugby we've played all year, but we're still in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we spoke, look, let's be positive. We got nothing to lose now.
Classic Dolly.
Just give us an insight into like a halftime team talk. Like, I'm guessing you're the one that kind of leads it, or like does Fordy and Daz come in and say a few words? Or
No, so we separate as leaders, and then all the other boys in the main change room just calming down, because you don't want to. We thought we don't want to give messages on hot messages. Have time to chill out. Watch a few clips, get feedback from the coaches, decide how we're going to attack it, and then we all go in together, and then coaches lead.
Physios flying around, strapping everything.
Yeah.
It's good to know, I guess, for fans to kind of see what goes on, because that's probably one of the biggest secrets in rugby is what actually goes on.
Some boys are having chats as well. Coach comes to him saying, "You got 10 minutes left. Give me everything," or energy gels flying around, caffeine, anything to keep you going. And Rhys has a little half-time trick, didn't he, pal?
Ready sorted crisps, yeah.
Really? Every match?
Courtesy of George, yeah. So I struggled a lot with cramp, like most of the start of this year. I don't know. Well, when the weather starts getting hot, it gets a lot worse, obviously, because the ground gets a bit harder and that. So George said he used to tell Sam, well, he told Sam Graham to have a bag of ready sorted crisps at half time, and he said it helped him. So I tried it. I think it might have been Chinner at home, I think. Brand new, lasted 80 minutes. Then I went 580s on the spin, which I usually never last 80 minutes, which is bad, but I usually never last 80, but after the ready sorted crisp trick, I've been lasting 80 most weeks, so.
I'm not going to claim it all, but...
And then Hoppy's gone and copied me. So.
Yeah, Hoppy's copied him with salt and shake as well, which is shit. Yeah, the classic Walkers.
Brilliant. And then went from that Coventry game away to Hartpury, 41-35. Didn't make it easy for ourselves in the last 20.
That again, though. We went 2 tries down. We speak about starting well.
Yeah.
And every week we said about starting well. It seemed not to go well. So
I honestly, deep down, when those first 2 went, I was like, this is going to be it. Pumping.
Repeat it last year.
Oh my God. I was dreading it. I was like, sun's out. They're playing, they're all weeping in my face. I was like, this ain't going well.
Because as well, they hadn't lost all season.
I know. And I was like, oh.
It's either end our streak or end their home streak.
I can't think what happened. What was the first try?
Dolly was on the right end of an interception for once.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, because it was Coventry there just before half time that
was Dolly
screwed us
in. He
in.
had a backwards
box kick to start the game.
A classic.
They got it, scored in the corner.
Yeah,
then,
I think Obi scored in the corner to open it up, didn't he?
No, they scored 2.
Yeah,
they scored 2
and then
Obi,
and then did we score then what?
And then Doll scored again.
And then Dolly
penalty.
Didn't he nearly get caught on that as well?
Yeah. He reckons he's in third gear.
He was so slow. He is so slow.
Hamburger.
Whose intercept try was slower, Dolly's or Rocco's?
That's tough.
Doll's still, I reckon.
Yeah.
Doll's the slowest.
Rocco had 70 metres. So
Dolly had pretty far into the game.
That was Doll full tilt, 100%. Honestly, he's got nothing more in the tank.
No.
Brilliant. And then last weekend for our 150th anniversary game, we had Cornish here and overturned them 35-15, which again Tony described on Tuesday as the best game of rugby he's seen a Knights team play. So
yeah, it was I think the first half we could have scored a lot more points. We did everything right other than that last pass.
Yeah, happened a couple of times. Yeah, and two try assists for you.
Yeah, standard, isn't it?
I robbed him of a try as well. I'm on the line. I see he was clean too.
I think a lot of tries were robbed that game because Smeets was going on after the game because Logo scored and he was on the back of him and he was just like, Logo, give me the ball, give me the ball. Yeah. But
you're not getting the ball off him. There's no point in you trying. So
yeah, I set up Talisa's walk-in as well. So
yeah, that got reposted by England Rugby as well. So
did it?
Yeah, it was for the assist. Apparently,
yeah, it's because it was because of Rhys. It was all because of Rhys. Assist to that game.
Yeah, the Jordan one.
Jordan was cool.
Yeah,
Jordan's was good. Was good. Foxy's kick as well for Jordan's second was pretty good.
I called that. I told him to kick it.
Did you?
Yeah. Saw the space in the back. So he's kicked
you
the
can't
ball.
breathe in a game half the time.
I was the first one in. Jordan scored. First one in.
Was you?
Is that work rate?
It's always
me.
It's always me. Me and work rate go hand in hand.
Final game this weekend against Ampthill at their patch, down in the mystical forest that is their first team pitch. Hopefully finish on a 12-game win streak as well for the season. What are you guys kind of expecting from Ampthill?
This last game of the season for both teams. I think Strongy said it's their coach's last game, so they're going to be full of emotion. Obviously, we are, how we're playing at the minute, we just want to continue our success. So, yeah, it's going to be obviously an emotional one.
It's always tough there.
Yeah,
it's always tough. They never stop playing. And the whole setup's a bit weird.
Yeah,
once you play there a few times, it's not
nuts.
It's nuts.
It's massive narrative. It's not.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's like 100 meters.
Yeah, I know, but it is mad.
It is mad how they
It
get.
don't affect. I'm not saying it should affect it.
I'd still rather walk that than play on the bottom pitch, mind. Jesus,
You
you see the state of that.
The only thing that is nuts is it's a dog walking. National park thing. So you're walking past and dogs are shitting next to you and stuff. You're like,
everyone's clapping him through. You can walk in and then there's some random dogs at your feet.
Just shit in there. Just it's a bit rogue. That's why now, I don't know if we did it last year, but we stay out, don't we? Bring the jerseys out.
Yeah.
And we got changes in the change room, remember that, yeah?
Because we
didn't want to do the walk back. We didn't want to do the walk back. that didn't work, 'cause got beat, so maybe you have to go back. All the timings change. That's all. The only thing that really changes is just the timings for stuff. Because there and the walk back, obviously, but the narrative I just think is load of bollocks. It's just a walk.
It is just a walk. It's not like nothing to think.
It's just funny when
it's
it's
just
knocking you
champ,
off your game a little bit.
Just-
When
it
It's
is
just
just
the
champ.
champ. It's mad.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got the Otley run on Sunday.
couple of months.
Yeah, you're back in July.
7 weeks according to Dad.
Oh, is
He's
it?
added a
He
week
said
on
it.
it.
He said it.
What?
So
7 weeks.
that's what Dad said.
Well, we're all getting Monday off now, you see.
We're all
He's
getting
just
Monday off.
cancelled it off.
Yeah.
All because of Murph.
Whoa.
Murph.
I asked.
Yeah.
None of you would go and ask.
Murph's big day.
I had to make it.
you getting married?
Apparently he doesn't
Yeah,
know.
but I
To be fair, I had that in my notes because Connor Edwards got married and you all went to the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh,
George
I didn't go.
didn't get,
I
George
didn't
didn't get
go.
invited.
I did get invited. I didn't go. I chose.
You got to stay up to the sun. Yeah.
wow.
Go too red.
You go to red?
If I burn, I'm joking. I
Got
tan.
bad blood pressure.
Okay.
Don't speak about
I
it.
haven't got bad blood pressure.
Don't want to be making
No, I had to call a day off for Murph, so went in there.
Yeah.
Said we're not coming in, mate.
He's
Wasn't
too
an
popular.
option.
He's got too many weddings this
Yeah.
summer. So
Oh, who else is
They've
getting
heard.
married?
No one else that Oh, Billy.
Billy McBride?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
going to his.
That'd be nice.
Sure, you want me to tell everyone, but
Yeah.
he's
Shout out
getting
to
married.
Billy. Yes, when are you getting married, Murph?
12th of July.
12th of July. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that Sunday?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
When it's like all weekend.
Getting married in Wales?
double header.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, Carmarthen area.
Very
Lovely
nice.
part of the motherland.
Rough.
It's from
Yeah, but
Wrexham.
I was going to say all North Walians will say that, weren't they?
Rhys,
Yeah,
what's your
lovely.
review of
What a
Wrexham
night
now?
out,
After
honestly.
the Caldy
Have
game?
you ever been to South Wales?
You called? Yeah, I have.
You have.
You
You,
know I
have.
have.
I have.
Have you?
Cardiff, South Wales, isn't it?
Nah, it's pretty decent, to be fair.
It's just,
Yeah,
you
Cardiff's
can't-
a class
Yeah,
night.
where are you from? Shit,
Spent 6 weeks in
He
Cardiff.
literally said it himself. For everyone
Oh.
sat
Oh, you
down.
in Cardiff?
My first 26 nations, it was COVID, so we had to we did it all at Cardiff Arms Park.
Oh, nice.
So we stayed in the Holiday Inn right next door to Arms Park. Stayed there for 6 weeks. We were all in the COVID bubble, so we weren't allowed to leave the hotel and stuff.
That's so shit, because Cardiff's such a good night out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
No, we
class.
went out the last
No.
night. Yeah.
Was
I
it when you had
can't
to go on
remember what it was.
tables, though?
Yeah.
Still
You had
decent,
to
though.
book
So
table and
that was
yeah.
mad. COVID was mad.
Cardiff it was ridiculous. When because I went to Cardiff for uni, the first year that I moved was when everything was locked down, and I lived in a house of 11 people, so we couldn't actually, despite being a bubble, we couldn't actually go out and sit together. We'd have to sit on two separate tables. It was just, it was wild.
11 people is mental.
It was
That's
it was
How,
genius.
how big was the
11.
gaff?
gaff was huge. It was three
Three
floors,
Yeah.
three
bathroom.
three.
Oh my. No.
You'd be used to that, eh?
Yeah, what is that supposed to be?
Loaded, aren't you?
Yeah, we had our end of season awards on Tuesday. Rhys, you won Supporters Player of the Year, voted Supporters Player of the Year. Yeah, well done.
Cheers.
Here's to the
You
take.
got a
Con.
message for the fans?
No, that's thank you very much for voting for me, but I think the majority of the votes came from my 100 family members. So, yeah, that's the pleasure of having a big family. So,
Yeah,
no, but
it was-
I'll take it.
It was getting quite close actually because Mal was leading the way for quite a while.
You robbed Malvo.
Oh,
mate.
that's-
That's
I
bad
feel
from
bad
you.
now.
Well done. Cheers for telling us.
Yeah, Mal was leading for quite a way, and then Murph started catching up.
Me?
Yeah,
Murph? Yeah? Who knows
Wales,
Murph?
all the Welsh, South Wales stick together.
Yeah.
because I even had someone come up to me and say, "Oh, I forgot to vote for the for the supporters player." I was like, "Oh, do you want to vote for?"
Voting.
And she went, "Yeah." And she went, "Can you put a vote in for Murph?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Well, I appreciate all the votes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Unlucky you went second.
No, Mal we overlapped. I'm taking over. I'll take second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll take
Silver
10th
medal.
or something. I'll take that.
George, I'm not.
Wherever I was, 11, 12th, I'll be there.
There was some.
I definitely had minimum 4. Minimum.
No,
Did
they
you-
voted for
Me? What?
Did you know as well for your guys' votes, which
God, tell us.
Toulouse won?
Yeah.
Well done, Toulouse. Taniela voted for himself.
Yeah.
No way. Oh my
I thought you knew that. Bro.
Because it said name player you're voting for, and he went Taniela.
That's rogue, to be fair to him.
I mean, back yourself.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well back
You would have
yourself.
won smelliest bloke in the
He says it himself.
Jet?
He does say himself now, so.
Well, he admits to being the stinkiest.
Yeah. If you say it, he just laughs. It's like,
He's got quite a funny. Like, it doesn't match his character as
No,
well.
it doesn't. No.
Because he's like what 6'4", 6'5",
Big child, isn't he?
He's a big bloke.
and then he's got such a high pitched laugh. It's bizarre, but
Funny.
He's the most fine member of the squad.
that doesn't surprise me at all. How much has he racked up this year?
Well, including this week, he's almost at 20, and we've never had. So normally, your top is about 12.
Ev would have been close
Yeah,
last year.
TD last year, those type of they're normally around 12.
What 1,200?
No, 12 fines.
Oh, 12 fines.
Oh,
I don't know. I hear your fines are quite a lot though, aren't they? So run us down
No,
like
they build up, don't they?
Yeah, they do build up.
okay.
And then every 3 fines you have to spin.
So what kind of things do you get like on a spin?
There's so if whatever you roll, if you don't want to do it, it's £30.
Okay.
But there's one of them is just you'd pay £30 straight away.
Captain's press.
Captain
that a couple
presentation,
weeks ago, said
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll have some
Still
captains,
pending with the
obviously.
decision, yeah.
Maybe.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, yeah. that
Killed
was
Corey
that.
Teague.
Shave your head.
We'll do it.
Shave your head.
Shave your head. Yeah.
Or beard if
Dye
you're
your
already
hair.
bald.
Dye your hair.
Dye your hair. Suit to work.
Shower
I
gel
had that one.
sauces.
Fake tan, is that one?
Fake tan.
No, we got rid of it.
Yeah. A 2-minute silent breakdance.
Yeah.
So everyone in the room, you're in the middle of a circle,
Silent.
no music, just breakdance in the middle.
Oh, truth or dare, that's a corker.
Oh yeah, truth or dare.
So you just got to agree to it, and then it could be.
Have you? Has anybody spun that? And
No,
Like,
because
everyone's
does
paid
it.
out there.
no one spins it.
would you have done a
Everyone
truth?
paid it,
Would you do truth or dare?
With you lads, probably not.
Or would you? All right.
It would be.
Which one would you do if you had to?
Truth, probably.
Yeah.
No, there's some brutal ones you could say,
Is there,
Yeah.
I got that list.
You got a list.
but no. So
other good ones?
if Rhys missed this podcast, so missed session, it
Yeah.
would have been 20 quid.
Yeah.
Which I think is
Because it's the last week though. It's triple fines week, 60 quid.
Yeah.
Then he's got a spin anyway, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spin for
Should
being
we-
back.
Are we allowed to leak that? Or?
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, he's banned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
spin. We didn't get red carded. He got cited, so it's just
Yeah.
a spin. And then if he third fine, so another spin. So we'd had 2 spins plus a missed session.
a good one, which we haven't had, is an Instagram live cooking show.
That would be
Yeah,
good.
but
would
no
be
one,
good.
no one has spun it yet.
Who do you think would be the best
The
at
group's
that?
not been great at like actually doing the fines of this year. Like everyone just pays out.
But which is good for the social.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We've got a lot
That's
of money
right.
in the kitty, but
Does that just?
who
will that
would
go
be good
towards
at
like
a
the
cooking show?
Otley Run?
Who'd be the most awkward?
Who's a good
yeah, well, it
cook?
depends. We've not
Ali
had
Davey surely would be.
that much
I don't
buying
know.
for the
He
socials.
just
this year
does
so far.
ragu, beef ragu.
I'd love to see Jonesy doing.
Jonesy or Smeet, because he doesn't know how to cook because he gets his mates.
He
to
just
do
scares
it.
Butler to do it.
You wouldn't have a clue.
He just scares Butler to do it.
Yeah.
Looking back at the awards as well, do you think Arthur's try against Hartbury was deserving?
Yeah, it was a good
It
try,
was,
like,
yeah.
but it would have been nice if someone was
Yeah,
there
if
to
someone
get
was
the
there to
award.
collect it.
Yeah.
Or he did like a video. That would have been
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been a
But
good.
it was basically Toulouse's highlights reel. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it all started with
involved
that,
in
and then
every
whoever
single
finished
try.
his try off.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good. It was a good team try.
It was the best. I'd say it was the
Yeah.
best, right?
He probably deserves an award because he's been smashing it for Bath, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing really well.
Or
not what he normally
that's
says,
very
but-
humble for a back row.
He said it between his teeth. Yeah, he's been doing really well. And then night of the season for just being the best bloke, really, Harry Davey. He is just the nicest lad,
He's
and
a legend, yeah.
I think he'll be seriously missed next year, won't he?
Yeah, he will.
Barry.
Or
Yeah.
Barry.
Davey.
Thought we could do changing room awards just between the 4 of us, 3 of you. We'll rattle through them just for Rhys's sake, so we can go
Oh,
play his
it's a
game
good
of golf.
talking
Take your
points,
time.
these.
Take your time. He's enjoying himself.
It's alright because he can just cut and
You've
go.
probably got about 45 minutes left, so
That's
my
all right then.
precious time.
You've
That's
got,
all right.
I've got ages.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so we'll get started. This is a big one for you lot. So, best coffee maker.
Harry Davey.
Oh,
Dave.
oh.
I don't drink it, so I'm
I-
really.
Oh, right, okay. So
Well,
we're saying the
Harry's-
content,
yeah.
because Dave will say himself,
Yeah.
I'm not digging him out.
Well,
He
yeah.
can't do that like that in the club.
This is very subjective, but worst dress sense. In previous episodes, Bunny's been put out there, Theedy's been put out there.
Bunny's pajama bottom.
That one
Hey,
time in
well,
Ealing.
my
But
God.
other than that, I think he's
He's
pretty
right.
standard
Yeah,
boots,
he's
jeans,
standard
shirt,
as well,
he's
but
alright.
that was mental.
Theedy's cream tracksuit,
Yeah,
that's
Theedy's
a
cream
belter.
tracksuits.
But yeah, it kind of suits the way Thede goes on though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the-
that's
the
true.
track.
Worst dress, that's on nights out then, should we say?
Yeah.
Not every day.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
every day
nights out.
Smithy comes up in some horrific stuff for food.
He's looking like more and more country bumpkin every time. I see him.
Yeah, he's
Who are we on about now?
worst dress. Oh, Smithy
That
when he
was
comes up
Smithy.
for dinners.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he's quite
so-
smart when he has to be.
Yeah, when he has to be honest to pull it off.
He just loves spike ball t-shirts.
Spike ball t-shirts or
spike
gold
ball.
standard
Oh,
nutrition.
Anything free. Anything free.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And horrifically tight.
Yeah.
He's got the best crack.
Define
It
crack.
Yeah.
depends what you like.
Because
Some boys
yeah.
can't
in
take
our
that.
change room, well, I don't know. I'm not thinking people out.
Like ruthless, I'd say. Dolly.
Dolly's up
Yeah,
there, but some people
vicious.
don't like
Yeah,
it. the
some
way he
people. Yeah,
speaks.
it's a bit.
Who doesn't like Dolly's?
Well, if you're the subject of his
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
of his having a go at, then it's not that funny. But
A lot of people
to watch
say
him do it, it's funny.
A lot of people say Jones is funny.
Jonesy, yeah. If you
Jonesy's
get his
hilarious.
film quotes, it's hilarious.
If you start him going, you just can't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah,
It's just, yeah.
But
George is up there,
Yeah.
to be fair. But like,
yeah. But I just make
storytelling, if
it's
he's
just
got, like-
easiest to make laugh though.
Yeah.
It's just
If he's
instant
got, if
laughs.
he's got like a story of something
Yeah.
that's happened, mate, he's good. He's good at setting this.
Storyteller.
Yeah.
Best trainer.
We got a few. Rhys,
Chappers, I reckon.
Murph.
Chappers is class.
Oh no,
Jasper.
actually, trainer.
Jasper.
No,
Oh yeah,
no, bottom three.
Yeah.
Bottom three. His knees. He doesn't jump anymore. Comes up mental lineup menus.
Today is Foxy. wasn't it? Foxy today.
Foxy today.
Foxy on
He's
fire.
elite today.
I reckon Foxy, Chappers, and Jasper have got to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Three trainers.
consistently train hard,
Tom-
regardless of
Tom
what's
O'Brien
happening.
when he
Oh, yeah.
trained
Yeah.
teams.
Tops
Yeah.
tears apart sometimes. It's annoying, but
Yeah, academy lad.
we'll just grab him and shake him around. But no, consistently them
Them three.
three, regardless of what like the squad looks like or wherever, they do train hard.
Most likely to forget their boots before a game.
Definitely me.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's done it. He
I forgot
yeah,
our boots for Pirates.
slammed
away
on
last
the
year.
brakes,
Shot.
down the lane, on time. Boom,
Oh, that was
just
this
stop.
year as well.
That was
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
Boots.
Yeah.
Go back, and I'm like, we're late now. But
Feed
3
it.
minutes off.
Feed it.
and
But
4
the
minutes
worst one was Pirates away last year.
off. Yeah.
And I tried to keep it on the DL because I didn't want to get a fine. So I was like, oh, I forgot my boots here. I told a couple of people, and I was like to Billy McBride, oh, mate, you got spare boots? Because he always brings like 3 spare pairs of boots. And he was like, I'll sort you out, mate. So Billy gave me a spare pair of boots and I got away with it. Flew under the radar.
I would probably chuck him up there.
Yeah.
Because
And Thede.
I don't know, you know.
Oh,
I don't
Thede
think
always
Thede
turns
would.
up late and he's like flustered. He's like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'd be up there.
Okay. Most likely to be late to a team meeting.
Tanyella.
Logo.
Oh, shit.
Logs, Tanny.
Yeah, Tanya. Well,
Thede
They're-
again.
they're on a-
Thede times
no,
it to
he's been better this year.
Oh, yeah, because now he gives it out, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
But last year, it was 100% Thede.
Was it?
Yeah, Logs and Tanya almost for Jim says on the minute when they walk in.
Seconds, but yeah.
Seconds.
Most likely to be carded in the first 10 minutes.
I reckon, probably Connor Edwards. I reckon.
I was,
Conrad
yeah, I was
or
gonna-
Zach.
Yeah.
One of the centres.
Yeah. Or maybe Mal, actually. Yeah. Mal's hothead.
yeah, I was going to say,
Mal and Zach, I'd say, first 10 minutes.
whenever there's a
It takes a
scuffle
bit to
going on-
wind Connor up. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor's one of those. It'll take time
Yeah.
in the game to get him going, but he is always involved when there's a
but
scuffle in the
Zach
pitch.
could go at any minute, so can Mal. Just flip. So probably, Zach or Mal, I'd say.
Yeah, most likely to not train because of the weather.
It's only been recently.
Because of the
Always
weather.
wrapped up the
Yeah, because of the weather.
Dolly.
No,
Dolly.
Jord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jord
Oh,
is
he's
pathetic with
Yeah.
the weather.
Really?
Was boiling hot, he's wearing a hoodie. Do you remember a hoodie for warm up and the 3/4? It was piping.
Mate, you want to see
Leggings.
Dolly? Dolly, honestly, even on the golf course now, it's been blistering heat. He still wears like full length trousers. He's never done an ice bath in his life because he hates the cold that much. Never in his life.
Which makes zero sense, seeing as though he hasn't lived in Australia for years.
That is true.
But least likely to not pass in a 2-on-1.
I'm going.
Should we all do it on 3?
No, whoa.
Yeah,
On a
Wait, come on.
on a 2-on-1.
I might get this wrong, but
How?
3, 2, 1.
Jordan.
Strongy.
Mate.
Jordan.
Yeah, he missed two of them.
Strongy could have given Jordan a try against Hartbury, but he gave
I
it
was
to
just
Locks.
thinking instantly backs, but Strongy never passes.
That's why.
If you said he's someone who never passes, then I'd go Strongy.
I went to him at the concourse after the Polish game. I was like, I can't believe you actually made a pass. Because on the gantry as well, Fordy went, chopping hell, a Strongy just made a pass there. Like, none of the coaches could believe it.
Yeah,
but
he's
he would fight tooth and nail to say that he...
No. It is Strongy overall, but I'm just thinking those two ones that George never passed, or he just ran straight into someone. Sorry, George. He has also scored 21 tries. So.
So
Give it to Strongy.
Toulouse's one was the worst against Cov. I'll still never forgive him for that, honestly. Oh, Cov away, honestly, mate. 4-on-1, running through. I'm inside him screaming, and he dummies it and gets dumped after. Honestly.
That's bad.
Funny because he signed from now.
Yeah.
Least likely to actually know the laws of the game.
I have to put my
I was
hand
gonna
up
say
to
you,
Paddy.
yeah,
I have
you're
no
quite
idea
bad, yeah.
what goes on half the time.
Yeah.
Really?
Not a clue. I just run around and throw lines well when I can.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, really, but I just go with the
Who
flow of
gives,
the
like,
game.
stupid penalties away?
Mal.
You?
Hoppy.
I don't give stupid.
Oh, Rhys?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, not so way, mate.
Playing the 9?
Yeah.
But Mal
was-
does that way
that
more
was-
than
Yeah.
That was one game.
Hoppy. Is
Hoppy just
probably-
doesn't roll away.
Yeah.
Least likely to never leave the physio table.
Oh, come on, though. That's just silly.
I think every time I've gone into the physio room, Logs is getting and hammering by
Yeah.
Becca
Yeah,
on
Oh,
his
fair
calves.
enough.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of fair enough. He's
Yeah.
38.
Yeah. Come on, Dom. I didn't tell him as well.
Sorry.
Didi loves
Didi's
saying,
always in there on
obviously.
sniffing salt. Always.
And least likely to ever retire.
Honestly.
Yeah, I
You
I
put yourself
nominate
forward.
myself, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Rocco, to be honest. He's
Rocks,
still killing
rocks,
it, isn't he?
rocks, logs, and Toulouse here
Yeah.
going pretty well.
Yeah, I spoke to Logs the other week actually. I was like, so when are you going to pack up? He was like,
You'll go to the wheels.
not
for a
good,
lot.
fall off,
not
yeah.
good, not good. Okay, so looking back at the season now that we're at the end, what were some of your moments of the season? I'll get one from each year. Some of the moments of the season, both on and off the pitch. So we'll have one of each. So one of your best moments on the pitch and one of the favourite moments off the pitch. Start with you, Rhys.
I'll probably go. I'm going to go Ealing away, I reckon. We're off the back of a loss, weren't we? We lost to
It was
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
At home.
Yeah, 30-14 to Nottingham at home.
And obviously there was real high hopes for the squad at that point, and I'm not in the same for Ealing. And to go down there and turn them over, it was probably one of the best games of my career so far. So, yeah, and I got on the score sheet. So
Yeah. That's why, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Just check
Just need that one in there. Some
Didi,
class.
Didi assist.
yeah, off the pitch.
And then off the pitch moment.
Testing the memory now.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, a lot of the socials this year I've missed. We had Bongo's Bingo, which was after sale that I missed because I got concussed. The Christmas social I missed. I didn't go on. I can't remember why.
Was it family?
Maybe.
family?
No.
I can't remember.
There was
You were
someone
injured
else.
again.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, physio bad. Rhys.
So to be fair, that night out after we beat Ealing, that was a good night. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't remember.
Remember that night?
Oh,
Yeah, that was the when we went out in Donny shirts that night.
Oh, yeah.
That is one of my. Well, it's not my favourite, but it was one of.
Yeah.
Go on, Murph. Got to tell the
You
story.
can't.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you can't.
You can't.
Fine, we'll leave that one out. Murph, favourite memory on the pitch this season?
I think it was when we played Ealing home. I said it in my speech on awards night. Dolly just kicked the 3 and we were running back to the halfway line, and I've never heard the crowd be so loud in any game I've played in. And yeah, that was pretty special. Off the field,
What are you thinking? I'll go on the field. Mine's just Ealing, the same game as Rhys. I loved it. I love playing it Ealing away. But I don't know, it was mega, wasn't it? Everything was just going well.
To be fair, since they're obviously like they're the set set as a standard in the league, so that is everyone's cup final going to Ealing away in it. So.
That 5-week block of games was mental. Lost, beat Ealing, 12-0 Scottish, and then
Was that Chinner?
no, was it Amtel at home?
No, you
No,
had
that was the
so
first
you had
one.
Amtil at home. Then it was it was Bedford away after,
Oh my
the one after that. To be fair, I think that was probably the only game that it was
Like-
like a fair play kind of battered us.
I don't know.
what about for
Scrum got dished a bit. That,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, off the pitch, Murph, go on, mate.
I'd say it's Connor's wedding was thing, but not everyone was there. But Connor's wedding was pretty special. Yeah. I'm not an emotional man. And I did.
You shed a
I
tear.
did shed a little tear. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm not the only one who did.
I enjoyed the one where the Bongos Day, when we had
It was-
so we had this plan, right? We were like, it was a big social. Who did we play the night before? Oh, not away.
No, Sale.
Oh, was it Sale?
Sail away.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Yeah,
got
Friday
that.
night, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was close.
Sale. And we were like, right,
Season.
social plan Saturday. We had it planned for a few weeks. And obviously, Rhys was head injury, wasn't it, that day? So he couldn't come anyway. So I had the plan of ordering. There's like 22 people were meant to come, weren't they? So the 22 pints, or like real nice lagers, nice ciders, and then getting worse, progressively worse. So obviously, if you were on time or early, you get to pick a nice pint and so on. So you get the worst pint for your last anyway. So all 10 of us turn up. Oh, there we go. Settle in, nice pint, breakfast. Only 2 more people came. And we had all these
I'm not
pints.
making it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
not
I'm
making it, can't do this. Oh yeah,
Conor
Bob.
Reynolds, remember?
I'll meet you
Heads
there.
killing.
Oh yeah,
killing.
head's killing. Head it, yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Didn't come with brekkie, and then I'll meet you in Leeds. It's easier for me. So we're stuck with all these pints, but we'd ordered more when because we ordered more for the people there. We were like, oh, they're still coming. We ordered another round of pints. Sat there with all these minging pints, and like
a pint of Cosmopolitan.
oh, Cosmopolitan cocktail was a pint. But just like
that was rough as well.
yeah, Fred had that. He loved
Pint of
it.
what?
A pint of Ruddles.
Ruddles.
Oh yeah, he
Horrible,
strikes
it's
me as
like
a
dishwater. It's
drinker.
like piss. But that was funny because then we went from there.
That was funny.
Train was funny.
Yeah.
Foxy.
had a shot and spewed everywhere.
Yeah, in the middle of the train, he laughed and went, just spew everywhere. This is before 12.
Yeah, no one was drunk at this point.
Yeah, no one's pissed.
Yeah.
And then we piled into Leeds for the day. But our problem was we went Leeds day session
Yeah.
into 8 o'clock bongos. Well, by the time we hit bongos, it was game over. But that's why I
Which
enjoyed
meant
the
we also bought a load of drinks for the table.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then everyone decided to smoke one.
Yeah.
So me and George were left with
All these cans of like
White
beer,
Claw,
seltzer,
wasn't it?
white,
Seltzer.
yeah. But we bought because we went in first with good seats. Got there, ordered loads of drinks, wait for the boys to come. We stand there looking at the door, no one. Bongo started. Me, Murph, and like 3 other lads. Oh, for fuck. Just sitting
Over
there.
the
Yeah.
shoulder, both of them,
Yeah,
every time.
never happened. That tastes like static, but it was nice.
legend.
That was one of my favourite. That was one of my favourite socials, just because if I was just went a car crash, and it was just fun.
The one after the game
Yeah,
was really
that
nice.
was good with
Like,
the families.
and that. We had our
That
own
was
little
really
room.
good.
It was that was
After the Cornish game.
yeah.
No, it was
We
good.
should have it sooner, but
I'll ask you this question, Murph. What lessons has been learnt from this season?
Yeah, so we speak about them first block of 5. I think like being captain did affect how I played a little bit. I was overthinking certain things, especially how I spoke. I didn't want to be too harsh, or I didn't want to be too soft. You know what I mean? I was trying to find the middle ground, and I spoke to the coaches about it, and it was look, we picked you because you are who you are. I don't need to change anything. And like obviously, some lessons to be learned, like some massive highs like Ealing, and then some of the losses like Scotch at home. It was difficult, especially when I didn't know what the right thing to say or do. But like throughout the season, like I don't know, you boys might say different, but I feel like I'd learned just go with what I, go with my instincts.
There's a good dynamic going on now with the leadership group. Like, we all obviously know that like Murph's at the top of it, but he knows that he can like lean on like Toulouse or Dolly, like strongy boys like that can kind of back him up and go on points that they kind of that they're like their areas of expertise. So it makes it a bit easier for Murph to focus on how he's playing.
And going on to that, like you're all staying for next season, which is great. And
one more year.
one more year.
Said that for the last 3
Yep,
years.
last 4. Fuck.
And you two you'll hit milestones. You'll hit 50 caps because you got 48 done for the season.
Oh, 48. 47.
Don't know.
Nice. 48, take that.
Big actually.
48, and you'll finish on 95.
Oh, 95.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Was 97.
yeah, 95. You'll finish on 69. So
So this is a nothing season for you. It means nothing.
you'll have to do. You'll have to do one more year.
You have to do another
Was
year.
it was 31?
So
Was it 26 games?
So it's 26 games. If we get to the playoffs, depending on what position,
3 more
Say
max.
we were like
3 more max.
so 3 more plus
29.
that, so 29. So
Some-
98.
yeah.
But, oh no, plus
Like
another
after
plus a
the-
playoff if we've got to the Prem
no,
playoff.
Yeah.
If it was
Prem
home and away,
playoff
so you
two.
get
Is
so
it
your
two?
your last
So
game.
if we
Depends,
say we
though, 'cause if we
So if
finish-
we-
finish third again,
So if we finish third,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you
We get-
finish second, you don't get that.
it's just a semi.
Is
you
the
get a
Prem one
quarter.
a two-header?
I don't know.
You play the quarter.
semis, final, and then potentially a 2-leg
So
Prem.
if it say it was this season, like technically, if I played every game.
No, you wouldn't have got it this season.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Means if he does it again.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if it's this
yeah.
season,
So for next season, if that was how it went, your last game would be potentially a playoff.
I would spend a lot of time in the physio room.
Past teammate, Easy's coming back.
Yeah.
Glad to have him in the row.
Yeah, of course. He's massive on the field and off the field. He's a great carrier. He's a great bloke. Yeah, it's good to have him back.
Asterix by great bloke.
Do
Sometimes.
you want to tell the story of your lad's holiday last year?
No. I don't. No, I can't tell that one. No, I can't. We're I feel so bad even saying it. Built up. We got was it 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock minibus from here to Luton. Got on this minibus, everyone was going mental, tunes were on. He bought us this bucket of like Fosters and cider. Murph chinned nearly all of them, selfish, but we were chinning them. Got there. So the best thing is he went along the whole way through. So we thought he knew about what happened. We had no go through airport beers. Everyone's like nervous energy, getting drunk. So we go down to walk onto the plane, and as we come to the last check-in of your passport, give them to him. Checked it. I've walked through. I was with him. He was like 2 people behind me. Walk on like I walked behind. I was going to turn round on the stairs and say something to him. I don't know what I was going to say. I had a few beers, but turn round. He's not there. I look at him. He's got his hands on his head by the woman, and she's just like shaking her head, just shrugging her shoulders with his passport in his hand. He's got an out-of-date passport by like 2 months.
No,
You meant to have
6.
Yeah, you meant to have 6. They kept him there. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
On the flight.
I'd never seen it. I was gutted for him.
So
We're all on
like,
the plane.
yeah,
We're
well,
laughing.
everyone was like, it's having a joke and a laugh. I feel like, you get on the plane, you get on the plane, and like they start closing the doors. he's not getting on this plane.
Cabin crew closed the doors.
I was like,
You're joking me.
someone?
He sat there by the glass window like this. He was going to Brazil the weekend after we got back, and you needed 6 months for that. And he obviously had
He
a
needed
bit
to
of a
drive
panic.
from London to Durham to get his passport sorted, then back to Donny.
So he went from Luton to
Durham. Yeah.
Durham, stayed in London, got his passport back, then went all the way back up to Donny to get his to come all the way back down to go to.
Yeah.
He deserved it. He deserved every single mile of travel. But
Bear in mind when you book every single stage you go past, right? You need this amount on your passport. You need this amount.
But then he complained about Ryanair letting him to book.
Yeah.
Like they care.
They just think,
Yeah.
Did you get a refund on his flight?
No,
That's his own fault.
That's brutal. Also joining us next season, we've got Matt McNabb from
Pirates.
Pirates, Zimbabwean,
Yeah.
and Ryan Olawafella. That back 3 next year is going to be absolutely
We were
filled.
saying,
I don't
how
wanna
do
pick
you
the
pick?
team. Yeah.
How do you pick it? The backline.
Backline in general, yeah. I mean, with other lads coming in as well, like it's going to be just so difficult.
Like who?
Reese, bad bloke. He's gone and played golf.
Shocking.
He's useless.
What's the deal? He's got he's got money on the line or something.
No, it's not even money.
Just
It's just a little
priorities,
Mean
like.
Girls camp they got
Yes,
going.
yeah.
All 3 of them like Mean Girls. No one else could get the golf slot because they all just judge you. They're all nasty.
Who is it between?
Conor Edwards, Dolly, and Rhys Tait.
New Dolly. would
Mean
be
Girls.
Poison Dwarf and the Dementor.
Yeah. Dementor's Conor, and the Poison Dwarf is obviously Dolly because he's tiny.
Yeah.
And ginger.
Fair.
Bold.
I know you said that like Mal and Cookie and Conor Edwards are some of the hotheads. Who, other than yourself, who's like quite mild tempered? Who like just never loses their head?
It's very rare they lose
He's
his head.
very hard on himself.
Yeah.
So he's very hard on himself, blames himself a lot when he's very, like, his mannerism is very
Joe
calm.
Jones. Rocco.
Joe Jones is
Joe
like,
Jones is very good at like knowing when
yeah.
everyone's on a bit on edge, getting them in, calming them down, and then going again.
And he's very good at just if he does anything wrong, he's very good at sweeping under the carpet, which is quite a tough thing to do.
But he's also the type of person, everyone stops talking, he just breaks a joke.
Yeah,
Like the
At the
lights,
wrong time.
the lights go off at Chilla, and he's like, "You think darkness?" And we're in the warm up. It's hammering down with rain.
Yeah, hammering. He's just screaming shit. I'm like, oh. But no, he's probably forwards wise, Joey or Murph.
Yeah.
And then backs wise, Toulouse Rocco, very calm, and Russ, to be fair.
Yeah,
No,
Russ
actually,
can
no.
be
Yeah.
a little bit chaotic at times.
Yeah, and normally, yeah.
So for next season, looking ahead, obviously the champs had a rebrand for next season, new playoff as we were just discussing. Do you like the idea of that, or do you think the addition of two extra teams, small games in that sense, but they're also getting rid of the Prem Cup, so you kind of lose 4 games?
I did like the Prem Cup.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. Testing yourself against that, the next level.
I mean, we proved it this year, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. But if they want to get rid of it to allow a playoff to happen, way more in favour of a playoff.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be good.
And it brings something in towards the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? Like at certain points you get to it, and like season's already done for some teams.
Yeah.
It just brings that little bit of spark for the end of the season.
Yeah.
Keep you going towards something.
Because as well, you could have something like quite mental happen where you've got a team who's sitting in the bottom half of the table all season, goes on a good run of games, finishes 6th,
Yeah, that's weird.
and then
So-
can get promoted.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Or
Or they could
Wind
finish
up
third,
third,
and they were
yeah.
bottom half of the table.
yeah,
Like Donny.
yeah,
Yeah. And you see you doing that. You were leading that question, weren't you? Nice, mate.
yeah.
No. Yeah, well, yeah, this season, for
Yeah.
example. Bottom half, very bottom half.
Yeah, it was
And
like
to turn it round, now we'd be third, so who would we play?
Sixth, is it?
Sixth.
Is there third?
Yeah, we
place,
play
fourth
sixth.
place?
Third place, sixth.
so that would be Nottingham.
It's a home and away.
We'd be home.
Yeah, so playoffs, I'm not biased, but I'd back us in
Yeah,
a lot of situations in the playoffs. I'd back us.
and at home.
At home, yeah. But even more, with playoffs being towards the later end of the season,
Yeah,
it is massively important we keep a squad together. I know we took the mick out of Murph, but to keep someone like him together to last to the playoffs,
yeah.
if we were to get there, is huge. But
So
the
if
physios.
we had a playoff, say we got amped till we got a week off, and then it was playoff, would you opt to not play this weekend?
No,
No,
I'd always choose to play.
you'd always choose to play.
I always choose to play.
But if you had a little bit of a niggle,
no,
just-
I always choose to play.
what about yourself?
No, I'm
Choose to play.
Well, yeah, I'd play. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't bother me.
If unless it was at the deficit of the team.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I wasn't if I was generally
bad.
bad,
Yeah.
and I was probably going to hinder the team, then I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, fair enough. But I will always choose to play.
What would you say are improvement points for next season, both potentially tactically in the squad, but also culturally, in the backgrounds of the club?
I think culturally, I think we got it right quite early. They were, in fairness to the coaches and the staff, the trip to Bury, going away, you're forced to spend time together. I know that sounds a bit thick, but you are,
Yeah.
you're away, you share a room with maybe someone you've never met before. Was very beneficial. I think we did, I don't know, I spoke about it, we probably relied on our talent a bit more than maybe structure and certain things in them early seasons, and what if certain things went wrong? We didn't probably have a plan in place. Where now, obviously, through losses and as the season went on, we spent a lot of time, this might happen, we'd get put in scenarios, say, with certain players leave the field or certain momentum changes, and I think we've got a game plan now that actually suits us.
And keeping everyone has helped.
Yeah,
That.
definitely.
Because otherwise, you're part of my fifth rebuild of 21 players signing, whatever. It's just tough 'cause you start right down the bottom again. Whereas now it'd be a bit balls rolling.
Yeah.
On the field, what Murph said, just echo that. But then off the field, I just wish we did some conversations we had in house, social wise, and like the family day, for example, what we just had that just earlier in the season.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it make a massive difference, but it does. My parents were speaking to parents who've been here for years and never known, like Mal's parents, been here for 4 or 5 seasons and they've never spoke.
Yeah.
'Cause they've never really done anything like that. But if that is all at the start of the season, we're in a great place.
I'm just interested to get your thoughts on the Ospreys situation and the Welsh regions.
I don't particularly know the Ospreys situation.
Yeah, you pick 2 bad people here because we're
We
not
don't
really up
really-
to date with the rugby stuff.
So I think what they're doing is that they're cutting it down from 4 to 3.
Oh, yeah.
Has it been
so-
finalised though? Obviously I know that's going on, but I didn't know it'd been finalised.
I thought it'd been
Oh,
finalised,
is it? Oh, no.
because they get.
I didn't know it was finalised.
I think they're
but
combining
they're cutting them,
Scarlets.
and they.
They're cutting Ospreys and combining Ospreys and Scarlets.
I
Well,
didn't
this
know.
has been confirmed, finalised, hasn't it?
I don't know if it's, but I don't think
News from Dom. Look at this.
Breaking news.
that's what. Because I think it was Chappers I was speaking
clue.
to about it, but he was saying that
Something needs to happen. Whether that is the right thing to happen, I don't know.
It's always
Merging
bad,
2
isn't it?
teams,
It's
yeah.
because obviously people are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah,
That's never,
always a tough part.
especially the last couple of years, there's been teams going under. It's never a good thing, not for the sport in general. But look, in Wales, something it's been going wrong. So if this is the fix,
Yeah.
then hopefully it is. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the answer is.
No.
What about the whole Welsh region stuff of because I think Connor was saying a couple of weeks ago that rugby is your national sport. You can't ever get rid of that, and the passion for that will never disappear. But stuff with, the national team, you're probably in the worst position you've been in 10 or 15, 20 years. And obviously everything surrounding it with Ospreys probably isn't helping. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on on what kind of maybe what your thoughts and your ideas would be to keep it going. I know that you're not politicians or you're not the
wouldn't influence them, I don't think.
yeah.
Look, obviously we did have a huge success for a small nation for quite a long time. We did punch above our weight. A lot of that team stuck together for a long time, and then all of a sudden we started to lose a lot of the starting team, like the amount of caps from one year to the next.
Yeah, I think it was something like
They dropped by like 1,000.
yeah, it was something wild like that.
That is a massive change.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna have issues there. Boys coming in, stepping up to international rugby, which I've never played, but like the step up from semi-professional to professional is massive. I assume that's even more intense. So them getting used to that. Regionally, I think that's the problem in it, because regionally for the last couple of years we probably didn't do as well, but then we always came together at international level, and now that's obviously not going our way. It is it's highlighting other things.
But on the international stuff, obviously the other nations have just been slowly implementing like young lads and throughout the years, so they've had maybe their lows, maybe it might have been a season or two or whatever, but we've seemed to just dump it all on the last two. But it'll take a few years, but it's just like you're saying, maybe this whole sort out of the regions might help in years to come, but something needed to happen. Don't know what or what it looked like, but something did. So
I know there's been a lot of talk as well about the Premiership kind of franchising off. Do you think the addition of Welsh clubs, so say Cardiff, Scarlets and Dragons, would be a good addition, or do you think they'd actually just get pretty battered each week?
I wouldn't say battered. I think.
yeah,
I mean,
Scarlets are in form now. Like, they're doing all right.
Scarlets are doing well. Newport have been terrible. See, I think they won 2 games.
But again, that's like squad availability. Like the boys were saying they had like the Welsh Prem or wherever the Welsh Prem is now. They're having boys from there, like 2 or 3 boys starting.
I think they've got over 20 injuries.
Yeah, really.
Some I don't really follow so much rugby off the thing, but someone was saying they've got over 20 injuries, which is always going to affect.
Yeah. How do you think they'd fare in the Prem?
When I was involved with Cardiff, we used to do the BNI Cup, and that was a great competition. Obviously, everyone wouldn't put their starting team out, but just to mix the leagues is always good.
Yeah,
especially for boys coming through, because you play in some stadiums that are unbelievable, stuff like that, and they have the exposure to it.
Yeah, I think it would be nice if the British teams could all kind of culminate into like a league system, and then you get to I don't know, Nat 1, and you've got like 2 teams from Scotland, 2 teams from Wales, 2 teams from or 2 teams from whatever, however it's going to work. But I think it would be just nice to actually unite rather than having it. You've got your Scottish leagues, you've got your Welsh leagues, you've got your English leagues.
You had so much travel.
It would, but
a fortune.
But that's what I mean. If you got it to when it was like at Nat 1, where you were at a semi-professional level,
then you're asking them to travel, which puts like financial problems.
But then if you're combining all the different unions,
you can
get a bit of funding.
I'd love a trip to Scotland and play and Wales. I'd love to go like a BNI Cup setup, but a league.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see it happening. I'll be honest.
I can't see it.
I think at the minute, obviously coming from here, it's not a lot, but like the funding in rugby is probably
it's not where it needs to be.
Yeah, but if they're not getting it back, I see why they're not putting it in. So like maybe they do need. I don't know. It's probably one where you have to invest to get returns.
Yeah.
Because like you look at us compared to football or certain sports like that, it's miles apart. You know what I mean?
The last episode we talked about, this was just before the Lions had been selected, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on.
I was gutted.
Thoughts on the squad.
I was gutted, man.
Didn't get the call.
I was on the laptop. Strongy actually did take a bit out of the gym session to wait for the live stream, which is a bit weird. Yeah.
And I was there with a camera.
Genuinely made Anna fall around. I'm not joking.
It's terrible. Poor Strongy.
Yeah, I know, but he thought he had it. But there you go.
Yeah.
Jack Morgan instead. I think it was.
I mean,
because he was tipped off, but there you go. It happens.
2 sprays,
boys. Next 4 years to go.
Yeah, for another 4 years. So you never know.
He'll be alright.
He'll be 28 by then. So
prime. He's prime.
Exactly. He's only 24, so yeah.
I think so.
No, he's not.
I'm old now. Yeah.
Is he?
I'm old.
Weird old. 27, man.
You're 27
next year.
You're 30 next year.
You're 29.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. You're 28.
My face, my good looks keeps me on.
Oh, I
It
was
is.
thinking more 30, but
32.
30 years old. Fuck.
To be fair, I thought you were like 29 when I first arrived.
You cheeky bastard.
You're 27, aren't you?
27.
Yeah.
Ajax 21 as well.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
Act young.
At times.
Come on. He does get a bit tetchy sometimes when I'm a bit young.
Any thoughts on the squad? Thought there was some exemptions that should have been there. Bar Strongy. Were you surprised that there was 2 Welshmen in there?
No, I called those two.
I thought
Yeah,
out
called
of all of them,
And
there were them two.
Mal backed me. He also thinks that Jack Morgan should have been captain of the Lions squad. If you ask Mal, if you get his opinion on it, that's not sarcastic.
I think he would have been. I think he definitely.
No, I mean, he's I expected him to be in there fully.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
As the
Thomas.
Welsh, yeah.
When he's gone to Gloucester, it's like another level.
Yeah.
You see that much confidence he's playing with.
Yeah, he's been electric this year.
And obviously, you want us to talk about Henry Pollock, don't you? But for me, the Boltons are always informed players, I think. Because you got to think it's 4 years.
I think he's an unbelievable rugby player.
You think
And
he's
if
got to have earned it. He's got to have done it for 2 years. That's what you're going to
he's
say.
got 1 England cap.
Like we speak about earlier, like you speak about like people coming in and watching rugby. How much hype around him is at the minute?
Yeah, it's
I get
ridiculous.
like, a Lions cap is the pinnacle, and I get the argument that like, oh look, he should just be a Nick for the hype and all that. But
yeah.
Someone
just
who's
the way
that
rugby is at the minute,
Someone
I
who's in
think
that
is-
informed, though, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
he's an
pick him.
amazing player.
Yeah.
He is,
But
yeah.
even round camp, apparently, he's like Marmite, apparently. I don't know.
I don't love him or hate him, yeah.
But
He is quite
around the
arrogant.
camp, that is always needed. Like,
Yeah,
and someone so energetic in training that you need that.
Yeah. No, I think I can completely see the logic behind it. And, you know, both from a marketing point of view, from a playing ability as well. But I think, you know, had this been a couple of years ago, a couple of tours ago, I don't think he would have probably been picked. But that's the way the game's going.
Other than that, though, I think
He'd be
it's a very
17 at the time.
Huh?
He'd be even at 16, 17 at the time.
Oh, shut up, man.
even well.
I
Other
get,
than that, it's a
I
very
get the
good
argument.
form.
But I'm not against it. Like,
No.
get him in it.
And also, other than that, I think it's a very well picked. A couple I was very surprised didn't. Jamie George, shout out to him.
Yeah, I thought he should have got.
Thought he would have been picked.
I'm surprised Marcus Smith got picked.
I don't really watch a lot of rugby, to be honest. Other than
I'm not gonna lie.
I just named someone who's massive in social media at the moment, and another hooker. So as far as I go,
You tick boxes.
I'm done.
No, to be fair, whenever we've gone on for all these episodes, whenever we've gone on to talk about rugby outside of Doncaster, everybody's been like, I've got no idea. Like Josh Williams, he said he hadn't watched an England game.
He just goes on COD all day.
Yeah, he said he hadn't watched a game of rugby since England versus Argentina.
I'm surprised. Honestly, you'd be very. There is a lot of people who watch rugby who love rugby, but like I could name, I reckon, in the last 2 years in the squad, 5 people who love rugby. Like will actively watch it. The biggest one, I lived with him, Billy.
Billy, yeah.
He was nuts.
Billy would watch 5 games. If there was a game of rugby on, like, and he could watch every single one. he'd
On a
do it.
Friday, he wouldn't make me. We'd sit there because we had these two, like, you know, Joey and Chandler, our friends. Had 2 recliners with a coffee table. Telly on. Friday night, we'd have fajitas, and he'd have the Prem game, and then on his iPad, he'd have the Leinster game if it was on. And if he could, I'm not joking, he'd have another one with the Welsh Prem game. I'm not joking if it was a Friday Night Lights. Thursday night, the Welsh Prem used to do an S4C game. He'd watch that, all in Welsh, so I couldn't understand it really. Kind of, but then he is like, when it buses back home, if Leinster were playing, straight on the iPad, straight in front of everyone.
Yeah,
He was like him. Who else?
Strongy.
Oh yeah, Strong.
Strong, he knows
loves rugby.
everything about everyone.
Chappers,
Chappers loves rugby.
massive
Quins fan.
Massive Quins fan. Yeah, we got a few interview questions for you, mate.
You're gonna move to TV,
For the
mate.
viewers at home,
Yeah,
this is Dom's last
podcast.
last day.
Oh,
It's my last day.
You're not in
day.
tomorrow.
No, I'm not in
You
tomorrow.
normally float around now.
I know.
Look at you taking the early day. Terrible. 4-day week. People dream of that.
It's actually been 3 days because it was bank holiday Monday.
All right, mate. What's been your highlight of the year?
On and off the pitch.
On and off.
On and off the pitch. A highlight on the pitch, I think Ealing home. Because I do obviously do the stadium announcements, and I don't think I got as excited as I did on the mic as that game.
Did your phone go off our game?
My phone didn't go off.
Goes off a lot.
Goes off
It's
on
gone
all
off the
for
last
that.
2 games, which is really unfortunate. One of them was really unfortunate because it was just as Dolly was taking a kick. It just went,
Could
ping.
have
that
cost,
was
could have
nuts.
cost us the game.
You could have.
Could have.
But he slotted it.
For a change.
It's unlike Dolly.
Well, except for Cornish, where he slotted 1 out of
Right,
5.
get off his ass. Oh, yeah, you agree with me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah.
1 out of
He was
5
poo.
against. Yeah, it was terrible. And Off the pitch.
Surely missing the people you work with and any time like
No,
that.
memory.
No,
Memory.
We got
Oh,
it.
right, fine.
Doing the podcast has been great.
Which one's been the best? And then
Other than-
You can't say this one, obviously, but you
This
can't say
one
that
was
one.
obviously the best.
First one was really good.
Which one was the worst?
Yeah,
one?
it was.
Well, I already know which one it was, but
I know you
The
know.
first
I
one
know
was-
which one you're going to say.
The first one was Smithy.
Smithy,
Oh.
Drew, and Fred.
Right,
that's
that's
a good group.
to be fair.
that's a good group. I'd have Smithy on here again.
Yeah,
He
I had
used
Fred
to
and
talk.
Drew. Them two together.
Actually,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah,
They potentially could be running the podcast next year
Yeah.
if it goes on.
Yeah.
Not ruin anything, fans.
I'm not going to say who was the worst one, but
yeah, you're gonna have to.
You can say which one the toughest conversation was.
Look, you're not. Yeah,
You're
last
going.
day. Say what you want. Say what you want. What are they gonna say?
because they're going to watch this and then get about. Oh,
Yeah, I can.
Don't worry about it.
Dave on.
Don't worry about it.
There were some people who it was hard to get conversations out of. Like, I mean, he knows it, but like Geordie was tough to get chat out of, but he opened up more and more as the episode went on.
So we were the best, and then
Episode
okay.
one. Episode one was good. Episode two was Bunny, Foxy, and Mal. No,
Harry would have been.
no, it wasn't Harry Davey. Bunny, Foxy, and
Can't even remember.
no, I can't. It was that long ago.
Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good group, though.
That is a good.
That was a good
That's
group.
a chatty group.
Yeah, but I do want to say thank you to Gus for doing all these podcasts and coming in and filming. So yeah, shout out to Argon Media for all their work and to Lewis as well. Any more
What would you
questions?
miss?
What would I miss about the
What
club?
would you miss the most about the club, and what?
Match days.
Just the whole of the match day.
I loved a match day.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think you should do a live commentary on the mic of the game.
What?
Just put it on loud the whole time.
With a 10-second delay.
Just put it on loud the whole time. What's the thing you won't miss then? And you can be personal as well.
Cycling to work.
Hmm?
Cycling to work.
Yeah, that is pretty good. But you're going to have to cycle to your new work.
Nah.
What else are you going to do?
Live close.
Don't say tube. Are you going down to a city?
No, I'm not going down to the city.
God.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I'll have to just train everywhere.
So you are going to tube.
Yeah, but all
Not to the extent that you.
Or you're on
think.
the overground.
Overground, yeah.
Yeah, me know.
I'm gonna miss working here, and it's been an incredible year. And I've loved working with all you boys. As difficult as you can be, though. Like,
I love it though.
wow, getting you to sign a shirt. Who knew it could be so hard?
Who is the most difficult then to work with?
Russ is difficult, but he always signs a shirt
How is Russ difficult to do stuff for?
because he'll just be like, "No, I'm busy, mate. No, I'm busy. I'm busy."
Is that you asking for PT courses as well? Is he just busy then?
He's not team first, is he, Russ?
He's not.
It's just.
And he's
the
got a
age.
cat.
He's got a cat.
There's a cat.
Oh, says a lot about it.
He's a pet cat, and he lets it go on the counters when he's cooking.
No,
Yeah, that's a fact. It's been a picture of it.
that's bad.
Oh,
Toulouse can be, but he can do whatever he wants. So you guys are actually easy to work with in comparison. But it's when there's a group of you, it's so hard to get anything out of you.
it's tough. Yeah, I can see that from a mile off. But
Because like Smithy, when I'm one-on-one with him, he's such a lovely guy. But when he's in a group,
Oh,
he is one of the
he-
worst blokes.
he's
ever.
on par with Jonesy when he gets going.
Yeah.
He's like a bottle of pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when he is injured. Like, so he has free time in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's nuts.
I feel like he's just looking up new jokes. Like,
He's one to smoke bomb. Did we mention him in the
Yeah,
socials? He's a
yeah.
smoke bomber.
I brought him up and then you just backfired onto me.
Yeah,
As per.
yeah,
any more questions for me?
No, just
No.
just like to thank you for all you've done
yeah.
for
Thank
us.
you and good luck
Thank
with
you.
all your tubing and training.
I'll be back. We've
Yeah,
got
you're going to be on Saturday. That's another question the fans want to know. Are you back on Saturdays?
to be
In
confirmed.
some context,
Either as a fan or my dulcet tones.
on the mic. We'll
Yeah.
take in my thing of live, remember?
Yeah.
No, that'd be nice. I'm sure the fans will love you back.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who were complaining about the loud music all the time.
Like Tony.
Like Tony, yeah, you can't even hear it. But
You know the set when we had Sale Sharks Friday night,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go for it. Every stoppage I'm gonna just play music.
yeah.
So I was playing I think it was a bit of Fred again or something. Tony comes up the stairs and goes, "Turn that shit off now!" And I was like,
Well, honestly, when you're warming up and you hear good songs loud,
"Yeah,
and you warm up, it's so much better than a quiet, eerie stadium. It's,
Yeah.
it's so much better. And you can hear people eating pie and chips and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Eat your pie and chips, but I want to listen to loud music while I'm warming up
yeah."
because it's just better.
But then there was
Relax
like,
it, like switch off a bit as well.
Yeah, because you're not just, it's not like silent. You're thinking, oh my God, your job, what you got to do, I got to warm up properly. And it's just, everything just flows nicer when the music's on.
yeah. But then there was a Thursday session where Paulie asked me to put a bit of music on, and afterwards you all came up to me and were like, literally couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah, but, no, that's Fred. Fred moaned about that. Yeah, but it doesn't,
Position it.
He did. He can bring him in here. You say it. I don't mind music, but
When stuff starts going wrong,
that's
and it's
when,
because they can't use it. So I'd be calling lineouts. I was like, I thought you said this. And you're looking up the stats. Then I get it.
Yeah. Episode 6, season 1 is complete of the Doncast. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching through the season from the very start till the very end. Who knows what will happen with season 2? I think it will be back. Whether I'm here, who knows? But thank you all very much once again. Thanks to Rhys, even though he's playing golf. Thanks, Murph. Thank you, Gio. And thank you, everyone at home. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will see you all next season.